This is the Iron Trader. It is Tuesday morning. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Now remember, the API report for crude oil will be out today at 4:30. You also want to watch the hurricane action going on there towards Florida, and if there's a possible going to be disruption in the Gulf there on the oil rigs. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, so far today, we have an inside day, okay? So basically, it's sideways action here. So the key, what you want to do is you want to watch this 8 SMA here. This is going to be very, very critical. You're sitting at 79.83. You need to close above, okay? Now, again, if that doesn't hold, then you want to look to yesterday's low. Okay, which is basically 79.61. And then we want to look to this candle right here, the top of that candle at 79.28. And then we look to this candle here. You're looking at 78.14. And then we have your retest here on your price channel sitting at 77.59. Now, again, if that's lost there, then we have your 50-day right underneath here. You're looking at 77.07. And then we have your 200-day sitting at 76.28, and then we have your 100-day sitting there at 75.45. So you got a lot of really, really good support here underneath the price. Now, on the upside, the key is going to be, well, you want to look at yesterday's high. Okay, that's the first thing you got to do. That's 80.87. So far today, we only hit 80.83. So you came close, but that's what's creating the inside day. Now, what we want to do here is you want to look at this 21 SMA here. You're sitting at 81.11. That is going to be key. If you can close above, not just intraday like here, but if you can close above, then you want to look to this top of this candle here at 81.75. That would be your target. And then we just keep on going over here on the left-hand shoulder. So you look at 82.23. You have 82.58, and then we have 82.67. That would be your resistant levels. And then we just start going to the tops of the candles. So you got 82.91, you have 83.20, and then we want to come to this candle here. This is very critical, 83.53. And then we can come to the candle here. You got 83.81, 84.65. Your retest up there is 84.89. But going to be the critical is going to be this 21A SMA here sitting at 81.11. If that can get above, then always look to this candle here so it's not going to be a double top, and then we just work our way right on up here. The key is going to be a close above. Now, remember, if it closes below this 8 SMA here, well, then we know exactly, just follow these candles all the way down until you hit the price channel here, and then we have the 50 and your 100 SMA here. So now you know where you're going up, you know where you're going down, or we might just have a little sideways action to see how all this hurricane and all this is going to shake right on out. All right, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. Okay, your weekly chart here, well, you know, you had a nice good run up here. If you look here, there's that key 83.53. You went higher, but you couldn't close. See where your closing number is 83.04. Okay, so that was basically a nice double top, and then it sold right on off. But if you notice that it held all this key support areas here, it came lower, but it closed up for the week here above the 50 and the 8 SMA here, above the 50 and the 8 SMA here, and now we're holding so far here this 79.97, which is the 8 SMA. Okay, so again, if you can rally up, then we just follow these candles all the way on up here until you can get to these 83.53, and then we have your 84.89, and then we want to look here at this 100 SMA if you can break above that price channel at 85.71, and then your big target is going to be this 21 SMA here, 86.13. So that is your upside. Now, on the downside, you really need to hold this 8 SMA here sitting at, sitting at 79.98. And then right below that, you have your 50-day at 77.93. And then you obviously your 21-day here sitting at 75.75. That's going to be very, very crucial on any kind of a sell-off here because bottom line here, your retest, you're going right down to this 200 there at sitting at 68.59. Look how many times that it's hit it and it's held. Yeah, it went through, but it closed up for the week above that 200-day. Very, very key support. And now that's lost. then here's your target, 63.64. So remember, just watch this 8 SMA here on the downside, your 50-day, and then the upside here, your target is going to be this 84.89. Well, let's just see what old natty gas is doing. Okay, natty gas here. We have our hourly and your 4-hour chart. Now, you came right on down. I've been pointing out this candle right here. This is very critical at 2.457. That's the bottom of that candle, okay? Well, it went lower, but then it had what they call a red dog, okay? Where you gap down lower and then look at that big green candle. Boom, she just rocketed higher and closed higher than that 2.457. That's what you always want to look for. Now we have here is a nice series of higher lows here. Okay, so you had a low here sitting at 2.50 right there. I mean, 2.46, and then we had a higher low here sitting at 2.47. That was a real nice double bottom to zoom right on up here. Okay, now we have a series of higher lows. This is always good, okay? The key is going to be you need to get above basically this 266. Once you can get above that, then you're basically looking at 2.70 is going to be your target. Now, here on your 4-hour chart here, you really need to hold this key 200. You're sitting at 2.64, and you need to break out of that 2.69. If you can, then we just rally, keep going right on up here until we can get to the retest. Let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, your weekly chart here. It's been playing pinball here between the two SMAs. This is going to be key on the upside. A close above that 2.63. And this is key on the downside, that 2.49. Okay, but basically we got just sideways action here. If this can rally up, you want to look at this candle here. That's sitting at 2.86 here. This candle right here, you're looking at 2.87, but is this one right here? This is the key. This is at 3.027. A close above that, then here's your target right here, 3.18. It's going to be your 200 SMA, and then we have your 50 SMA right there, sitting at 3.62, and then you have your 200-day sitting at 3.76. Now, here on your daily chart here, well, this is a little bit more clear on what we need to do. See, where you basically you double topped right here, and then what you did is you went down, but you see how that 8-day it just keeps holding that price down. Now we're above that 8-day, okay? And yesterday, I always pointed out here is these key levels right here, okay? This 50 SMA here and this 21. So you're sitting at basically 2.64. If this can close above, okay, then you got a good shot at rallying right on up here. See, there's that 2.86, there's that 2.87, and then we can retest this here at that 3.018, which is basically above this little candle here, and then you got a nice shot at the 200 SMA. Now, you want to watch this key, all this for support here, this 50 to 21-day, and this 8 SMA, okay, sitting at 2.56. You need to hold that. If you can't, then we just follow these candles all the way down here. So you got 2.46. Then there's your 2.45, and then there's your retest right there at 2.42. But the 8-day is going to be very, very critical. But you can see how this 8-day is starting to flatten out. If it can rally up like it did here, you'll push that price right on up here, and nice good retest here. Now, for the longs, I've been scalping the UNG, but I'll scalp 10,000 shares. So I'm only looking for 20, 30 cents on that. So that's no big deal there. And then Boyle, I scalp 1,000 shares. And then if you want to short it, KOLD, that's ETF. Not as many ways to trade it, but that's very easy in, easy out. Get your money every day until you can break this price channel right here. Then we can send this thing off higher. All right, I'll have more for you on crude oil and natural gas after the pits close at 2:30, and thanks for watching.